it's Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here today with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie, and we are wishing you happy weekend before 4th of July weekend. Did you realize that? June is almost over. I can't believe it. And next weekend is going to be the 4th of July holiday. I think it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, isn't it? I think Monday is the day we take off. So we're excited about that. And so I thought today we'd do a little bit of a patriotic card, right? Okay, I've got you on here. And now I can see things. So thank you so much for being here today. How's the weather in your neck of the woods? It's warm here, not super hot. It's been much worse, but it's warm and high humidity like we've been having. We call that out here June gloom. And usually in June we have low clouds that hug in through the coast and come inland, and that's what we've been having, where it's been a higher humidity because of low clouds, and then they clear late in the afternoon. I sound like a weather person, I can tell. So let's see what's going on here. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing for the 4th of July. Let me know. Hey Diane, good to see you from Alabama. How is Alabama? Is it hot and sticky right now? I'm thinking it probably is. Let me know. And did you have issues from that storm? We might have talked about that before, but let me know, because I think about my people in the mid-south, and wonder, because they've been talking a lot about that. Okay, so announcements. The 30th of June, 1 week from yesterday, is the last day to buy anything from the wonderful mini catalog, the January to June mini catalog. This has been a real favorite of mine, and I want you to know that it's ending. I've been talking about it, and there are some things you're just not going to be able to get from starting on June 30th. So today actually I'm going to use one of those bundles that you're not going to be able to get after the 30th, so that we can see and you don't miss some of my favorites. I want you to be sure to have time to get them. Okay, now another thing in the way of announcements is that beginning July 1st, Stampin' Up! Is going to have a designer series paper sale. And I'm trying to remember, I don't feel like they've done it so quickly to the new catalog coming out in the past. But some new catalog products are going to be a new catalog designer series paper. Some of the beautiful ones we love are going to be on sale beginning July 1st. So I'm going to put Ellie down. She's looking like she's ready for her nap in her pink leopard bed. And I'm going to show you some of these papers because they're already some of my favorites. So let me see if I can get, okay, wait a minute. There we go. So here are the papers that are going to be on sale. Now, it doesn't start till next Thursday, a week from yesterday. No, a week from today. No, a week from yesterday will be the 1st. And look at this. We've got the Beauty of the Earth, brand new, beautiful. Hey, Kay. Hi, Anthony. Good to see you. Beauty of the Earth, brand new paper, 15% off. Bloom Where You're Planted, the very favorite hand-penned. They told us that's one of the highest selling products in the new annual catalog, is that hand-penned, the whole suite. And the paper is certainly part of that. We all love it. In Good Taste, which carried over from last year, and we all love it because it has the wonderful different surface backgrounds that we can use, like wood and tiles and things like that. In the Wild, with the tigers and lions and bears, I don't think there are bears, but the safari type animals. Pansy Petals is on sale. Can you believe it? My gosh, I mean, that is gorgeous. And you can punch things out using the pansy, or not the pansy punch, the pansy dies, you can cut them out. Sweet Symmetry, I guess you can see that. tidings of Christmas, this would be a great time to get stocked up. These are 6x6 papers that would be wonderful. You could make all your Christmas cards in July, seriously, with that paper, and 15% off, off each package, so you could really stock up. And then my current favorite, You're a Peach. Brian, good to see you. Yes, You're a Peach. I'm gonna buy a ton of this because this is our yearly catalog, our annual catalog, all the way through next June. And I love so many of the papers in You're a Peach. So I'm gonna be getting some of that. Anyway, get ready. Next Thursday, the Designer Series papers, just this select group, but they're the ones you want anyway, right? Okay, now, we talked about the fact that the mini catalog is retiring. And I want to show you some of the sets that I love. I want to feature them on my Facebook Live. So, and you know I've crossed it out in my catalog because it's retiring. But this entire Lots of Heart bundle is retiring. It has been one of my absolute favorites. Aw, thanks, Brian. I love this. I love it over any of the other Valentine sets we had in this catalog. I love the font, I love the dies, and I'm going to show you why. I know you've heard me say this before, but today I really want to show you in detail how great this bundle is. This is not the card we're going to make today, but this is one I made earlier today to show you all the things that this die set does, the complete bundle. Now I want you to notice these little hearts down here, this row of hearts. I cut these out using, look at this row of hearts right down here, this die. It is so fun. And I cut these out using, I think it's a paper, a foil paper that's in this the catalog that's retiring. And this is how it looks when you cut it out, but it's long, and you can cut it into pieces the size that you want. And isn't that just adorable? I mean, and this is not a Valentine card. This could be for any time. And then I wanted to show you, today I'm using, let me get them, 3 of the plain hearts. There is this beautiful scalloped heart right here with scallops on it. But also there are plain hearts without scallops. And I want to show you the 3 sizes. So there's a large one. Oops, I kind of forget. That's a large one, medium, and then the little baby. And we're going to use all those on our next card. But what happens when you cut out something using these, a little, this particular one right here has like a double border. I want to hold it up so maybe you can see it. See that double border in there just on this one die? And what happens is your insides come out, but then this heart, a heart kind of a border, stays in there. And it took me actually a while to figure that out, because I'd turn it over and there I've got white in there. And I started popping it out and using it. And look at how neat that looks. You can stack them, you can throw them in on any card. I just love that. Here I'm using the hand pen paper and some evening evergreen in there too. And then this is one of the sentiments. And then this is another one of the stamps that you can stamp a row of hearts. I mean, I love this set. That's why I'm showing you all this. So let's take a look at some of the other dies. So this one is a floral heart insert that can go inside of this scalloped one, or it also fits inside of one of these larger ones here. This one, I think. You've got this little, you've got X's and O's that punch out. You've got this fun heart that has dotted border, a butterfly, and a bird. We're going to use the bird today. And flowers, another floral arrangement, and leaves. I mean, it has 15 different dies, and they are fabulous. I got it in the beginning just for the die set, and then I love the stamp set also. Let's take a quick look at the stamp set. And this is the reason I love the stamp set. Look at that buffalo check heart. And this is the card we're going to make today, our Patriotic card using the Lots of Heart bundle. And look at that buffalo check. This is in Misty Moonlight. Is that not so cute? And look, I've used the bird. I'm going to show you how to make the bird. It is an adorable stamp set. There's the row of hearts, fun sentiments. Let's get started. Too much fun. Love that stamp set. Okay, so this card is one of our longer cards that you open this way. I think it's fun to do some of these cards because people don't necessarily expect them to open that way. And your measurements here are 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2, and we're going to just use our bone folder and burnish that edge. Now, the first thing I used, and I've gone ahead and done it for speed, for convenience for tonight, look at, I use this fabulous embossing folder that I absolutely love also. It's called the Painted Texture Embossing Folder, and I went ahead and embossed this piece. And look at that. I love it. I've shown you in the past how you can put your stamp pad, just blot it on there and get a really great look. I love these dies too, Brian, as you can see. But I also love this painted texture, and we're only using the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine today, and this does not fit in the mini, so I went ahead and did this background for us. And so all we're going to do is glue that right down to our card front. Now I've cut it to 3 3/4 by 5. I'm getting in the mood where I kind of like my inner piece to be set in a little more than it has been in the past. Usually I only go 1/4 inch in, but lately I've been cutting a 1/2 inch in on all sides. Actually, it's 1/4 on all sides, so that means your piece is a 1/2 inch smaller. And I just kind of like it. And so this is how it looks on the border. I like the size of the border here. Now we're going to go to our stamping. And we've got our buffalo check heart and our little sentiment to stamp. And because this is a photopolymer stamp set, it isn't a photopolymer stamp set. Wonderful. We don't need to use that pad. I always use it so much, I forgot. Okay, the blue we're going to use here today is Misty Moonlight. I didn't want to use the absolute Night of Navy and like Cherry Cobbler or Real Red, so we have a little different shading for our 4th of July card today. And so this is just a scrap, and I'm going to ink this up and stamp it, and then we'll cut it out with the mini cut and emboss machine. And it's darker than you would expect. Oh no, these are boo-boo. These are photopolymer stamps. I was working with another stamp set and I have them over here. Silly me. Alrighty, we're going to do another one because that didn't come out quite right. I think because I didn't have the pad under it. I was creating something else while I was waiting for you guys. So here we go. Here's our other one. And now that we have the pad, I think it'll look better. Well, I'm going to turn it over again. I'm being quite picky lately. I've noticed that. Do you get in those moods where you're just a little bit picky? So let's see. Ah, I like it, finally. Okay, now we'll set that over and we'll go ahead and die cut that in a minute. And in the meantime, we're also, as long as we're stamping, we're going to go ahead and do our sentiment. And the one I've chosen is Just a Little Note. Now, the other sentiments are absolutely fabulous, and you could definitely use them. I wanted this to be really versatile. You know what I was thinking for this card? I don't know about you, but I really don't send 4th of July cards. I really don't. But I'm thinking this would be great for a little thank you card. If someone had you over and you took this card, I'm going to put my head way down in here so I can see if I can get this straight here. So you could use this for a thank you card. That came out pretty good. You could also use it when you're taking, if you're taking a little host gift, or maybe you're asked to bring something like, say, potato salad to your 4th of July event, right? You could take a little card like this to go with it. You could even put it with, make it on a little tiny note card or a tag to put on your potato salad. Just thinking. out loud. Okay, now I'm going to cut this piece down just a little bit so I can fit it really well through my cut and emboss machine. And I'm going to get the die that goes with it out of the three. We're using the 3 different hearts today. And you're constantly picky, Anthony. Yes, but all of what you're saying, I love the sentiments in this set. There's so much to love here. Okay, so now we're going to run this through our little Stampin' Cut and Emboss guy, who sometimes gives me trouble because I didn't pull it back a little bit. You know how I've told you that, then I didn't do it. You pull it back just a hair, that top plate, and then it goes through just perfectly. Okay, so here is our buffalo check heart, and this is what I wanted to show you. Look inside there, it has, even the buffalo check, it has that inside. And what I do is I'm just taking my take your pick tool and I just punch that right out. Punch those little holes and you can get that to pop right out. And then you can use this. Come on, baby. Baby. It's not coming, it's not helping. Okay, there we go. And then, now I probably wouldn't use this one because it has the Misty Moonlight on it. But you can see what I mean. If you had a plain color, this would be wonderful to use on another card, right? So that's another use for the dies. Okay, so we've got our Misty Moonlight heart. Now what I'm going to use, this is some paper from the new Pattern Party, correct? Pattern Party? Let me double check. I think that's the name. Yeah, Pattern Party Designer Series paper. This is a host gift. If you have a group of girls or people, guys and girls, because we have guy stampers and boy are they good. If you have a group of people and folks over to stamp, you have a little party or a workshop and you have orders worth $150, you can buy this Pattern Party paper. Another way you can get it is if you yourself made a purchase of your order was $150. So either way, that is how you can get this beautiful paper, and we really like it. So I'm going to put in the 2 smaller ones now. Well, actually, this is the one bigger one, and this is the smaller one. And I'm going to put these in the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we're going to run these through. I really like this paper. I'm pretty sure it's Flirty Flamingo. This paper, this DSP, has a lot of different colors. And now, one thing I try to do here is get the point of the heart. You can't see that. Okay, let me move it. Get the point of the heart on a line as well as the point at the base, so it comes out looking fairly straight, because otherwise we'd have a real kooky heart, right? You could do that on purpose if you wanted to. Okay, here we go. Let's see if it comes out. Okay. You know, sometimes small things are just, they just take a little extra attention, kind of like Ellie, my dog. Little things take extra attention. And that one just has a way. Okay, so here are the hearts. They did come out really nicely. And so I didn't really have stars, you know, for stripes and stars for our card, but I think the stripes on our Designer Series paper will work fine. And so this is what we're going to do. We're going to angle our hearts like this, and that's going to make the basis of our card. And we're going to pop them up on dimensionals, and then we're going to then we'll make the little bird. So let me get out my dimensionals here. And what did I do? I started with the first one, and then I layered the others on top of that. So let's see how we can do this. And you can do anything you want. I mean, this gives you total freedom. This is a basis for any card. any card at all. So let's go this way, and then we'll take our pretty buffalo check. That's where I made the mistakes on the back. Don't tell anyone, okay? Now, this is what I want to pay attention to. I'm going to pull that one off because I want this one, well, let me see. I want this one to be a little bit, my father would use this term. I don't know if you've ever heard this, ski-whiff. I don't know where he got that term, but he used to, if something was off a little, he'd say, that is ski-whiff. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Okay, so we're going to put the buffalo check like that, and then let's see, this one might go a little straighter, huh? Or more ski whiff. I think I'll go a little bit with the straight. Okay. And I might only need this bottom one. Yeah. Well, okay, I'll tuck one back under here. Until you get them angled, you don't really know where you need the dimensionals. Okay, there we go. Our hearts are on, and it's already looking really patriotic, isn't it? But yet a little fresh because the colors are not exactly the standard colors. Now we're going to make our little bird. And this is where I've cut a bird out before. I am using for this the ombre specialty paper. It's several different colors of this ombre, really sparkly. I would actually maybe call it glimmer paper. You didn't know that was a U.S. phrase? Do you use it over in England? Is that where he got it, Anthony? Wow, that's interesting because he was over there during World War II. So maybe that's where he got it. I'm so happy you've told me this. Thank you for telling me. Okay, so let me see. I remember I wanted my little bird, so the bird die, let me grab that. So it has the wing and the body attached. And it's only attached on the die, they cut apart. But I wanted to find the color that I wanted. I mean, if I put him over here on this side, he would be very light colored, right? And I want him to have a little more color. So I was putting him over here. And I'm gonna just cut off the piece, the size that I want. Okay. Let's get our little mini guy going again. And we'll put the bird, and I'll show you how cute this turns out. I just think this bird is adorable. If you haven't, I got it really for the buffalo check and the bird, seriously. It's only, oh, okay, it's just my dad, yeah. My dad is in heaven now, but he was an interesting guy, and he used a lot of interesting phrases that I didn't know a thing about where they came from. Okay, so this is our little bird. Whoops, where does wing go? It's stuck on the plate. Look at that adorable little wing. Can you see it? And now our bird is still in the die. So let's get him to come out. Okay, there's our bird. And look at that bird. I mean, he's still got a dot in his eye. We might want to get that out. Come on out. Okay. So there is this tiny, tiny bird. And what you're going to use, what I use, is Stampin' Dimensionals. This little piece is so tiny. So this is his wing. And we want to put it up a little bit like that. Can you even see it? It's so tiny. Here are the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. And they tend to work good on this glimmer type paper that has a rough surface. So let's put his little wing on him. And I'm going to hold him up now. Isn't that just too cute? Can you see that little guy? And we're going to put him right here. I just think he's adorable. And I'm going to put him up on a little dimensional too, so he's up to the level of the larger heart. So there's a little mini dimensional. And there is our little bird. I'm not kidding. I mean, can you even stand it for cuteness? It's just adorable. Okay, now we've got our sentiment. What did I do with my sentiment? Here it is. And for this, I decided to just tuck this in wherever I can, wherever it'll fit. And so I think I'll tuck it in. Why am I using those scissors instead of my wonderful paper snips? Let's just tuck that in a little bit like that. And let's make a little flagged end on the bottom. You know, we do have some punches that can do this for you, but I just do it very quick, just myself. Cut in the middle, then cut in from each end. And there you have your little flagged end. And so we're going to tuck that up in there. And let's get our mini dimensionals again. And then for a last little thing, I forgot to get my sequins out, but I'll get them out for you. In fact, you know, I might not use sequins. I might use those pretty red gems. Those are perfect for 4th of July. Okay. Here, whoops. Here comes our little sentiment. And we don't want it to stick so far out that it comes over the edge there. So there's our card. Now let me find those red gems that I'm thinking of. They're really little and they're very, very bright. Here we go. I keep them in a little, one of our little kind of acetate envelopes so I can see what's inside, but I don't lose any. So let's put a few of these around. Let's just put, you know, I like to just choose. And then I'm usually never satisfied. Okay, we'll put one, let's put one over here. And let's see, where else should we put one? I think right there. I think we'll go right there. So there are our little gems. Those are, I think they're just called red gems. I don't have the exact name. Now, I wanted to show you one more thing because we always like to do the inside of our card. Thank you, Kay. And we also like to do our envelopes. So let's get out our envelope. Here's our envelope. And I think I'm going to go without my pad this time because I've got a few layers of ink in there. Look at this super cute little floral stamp that's part of this set. Look how cute that is. My goal here was to show you as much as I could about all the aspects of this bundle before it leaves. So I'm going to also put this on the inside of my card, right there. And this is such a cute stamp. I mean, you could use this anywhere on any card. And here is our little patriotic, lots of heart card. Isn't that, I just think it's pretty sweet. And I wanted to make sure to show you guys a 4th of July card before the 4th of July shows up, which is next weekend. I couldn't even believe that when I looked on the calendar that it's next weekend already. Oh my gosh. Well, it's warm here. It is really kind of warm here. Where are my bangs? They're kind of getting in my way. Warm, warm. Now, I want to tell you, don't forget, I'll remind you next Wednesday on our Wednesday Live next week, but don't forget the day after that, Thursday the 1st, is our Designer Series paper sale. 15% off all those fabulous papers, and I'll be posting it on my blog, so keep an eye out on my blog for that. You guys stay cool, have a wonderful weekend, and I really appreciate you stopping by. Good to see each one of you. Bye-bye.